I always forget to bring the microphone. Okay, I hope everybody's doing good today. So, okay. So, you know what? So, there's people watching. People from good. I'm seeing and making sure all the channels come through. So, just so give me a second here. Things to do. I'll be back. I'm just advertising. So I hope everybody's doing okay today. I decided to pop in just to, see how everybody's doing, make sure everybody's okay. So. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lordy. This is a pain. Mm-hmm. Just about done. Okay, so anyway, sorry for being late. Please message for my late husband. So I came on tonight. Maybe I can get some, some of my friends from UK and that might pop in. So I figured it earlier might be easier time to do it as well. So okay, so instead of me babbling away, I guess I should start reading. So let's go. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Bridget. Hello. It's my birthday. Hey, it's my birthday. Anything for me? Well, I guess if it's your birthday, we'll see what we get. Jeez. Sorry about that. I'm sure you guys didn't want to see the inside of my mouth. Okay, so messages for you. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting from an older man that's around you is that you're heading into the time of celebration right now. There's a family celebration coming up. And there's also a movement in your life that's going to give you a bit more money. The family celebration, I really feel, is that I'm really being pulled to a child coming or somebody celebrating like a baby shower or something like that. So it really is kind of a connection with celebration time for life. There's also going to be a bit of time over the next little while where you're going to find yourself unbalanced. In other words, you're going to have more negativity towards you than positivity, but then there's a kind of you saying enough's enough, and you're going to balance all that out. And there's also going to be like a strange, strange drifting from a friend that you've known for a long time in order to make room for somebody else that's coming in that's going to help you move forward and understand things more on a greater level. It's not that you're really going to lose that friend. It's just a new friend's going to come in and they're just kind of, want to spend time with you, share that time. And it's more of somebody from another life that's going to come in and try to give you answers you're looking for. And especially your spirit guide saying, there's a little bit of confusion going on right now, and it's really time for you to get out of the out of the confusion era and go for walks and be by yourself and find that time where you can, focus on what you're really interested in and what's really important to you. But the old man just simply says that he just smiles. He says, "I love you." I don't know in what capacity he is to you. It's a short read, but he's just around you and taking care of you. Anyway, so that's all I have for you, with Laura. Okay, so I forgot to write this down. Lori, sorry. I have a bad time with names, sorry. Okay. Thank you for coming. Let's go. Okay, so Sylvie Bennett. So the time is 7:40. Okay, so can I get guidance, General, please? Seems to be a lot of male spirits tonight. Usually I get the female spirits. So, so the first thing I'm kind of feeling here is with the general, or kind of like I see here the card is the joining of two, which usually means partner or whatnot. But I also see kind of you being stuck in a situation as well. And it's going to, over the next little while, I don't know what they're about, but there's going to be some conflicts, and you're going to be angry about them. You're going to be probably confused about them. But there's a whole sense here also of new learning. I'm not sure if this is your relationship or if this is work, but anyway, so this is kind of a phase where you're going to be confused and upset with things, and it's time for you to sit back and kind of release, or don't release the anger in a different way, so that you have clearance in your head to see exactly what's going on. Because the message to me is that when you get angry, you don't really see the finer things, the things that are important, and you're just kind of focusing on the stuff that's to you that's important. But a lot of times it's the small things that are more important for you to see the direction. So in the cards, what I'm seeing is that there's kind of like up and down here, like you're going to have learning process, you're going to be the anger process, and you're going to be moving in and out of friends and clarity. But I kind of feel the last card in the deck also shows that that you're going to move into a more calmer line with this. Once you get rid of all the crap, you're going to be fine, and you're going to be able to sit down and put your feet up and say, now I can just focus on myself, and everybody else that I've dealt with can deal with their own stuff. Yeah. So the next 6 months, I think you're going to be up a little bit up and down, but other than that, you're going to be fine. Like I said, work-wise, conflict there, a bit of conflict if you're working. If you're not working, it's just probably, if you're looking for a job, maybe conflict. But there's that conflict here, and I'm not sure if it's partnership, work. I'm just not being able to clear that or point at that exactly. Just it's there. Anyway, that's all I have for you. So thanks for coming, and I hope that helped you in some way. Okay, so Valerie. Here it is. Oh. think I've read you before, so. Okay, so the first thing I'm kind of feeling is again him being very happy, and I see him sitting there and staring over it's like like in a restaurant, and on the deck of a restaurant looking over the ocean, or while he eats, and it's just like a steak or something. I don't know what it is, but it's just like he's sitting there, and like this is kind of a memory. It's not what he's actually doing. Anyway, so he's wants you to know that that he's very happy. Of course, the first card that came up is, of course, that he still loves you very much. But he also wants you to free yourself from all the negativity that's around you. There's a couple of people below you that are going to cause some stress with you. He says, but it's all about, balancing things and realizing that you don't need to help everybody. He says, you've always wanted to help everybody, but it's time for you to sit there and say, you know what, I want to sit on the deck and overlook the ocean, and just being able to sit there for a couple hours, not have to hear any conflicts. So again, his main message to you is just get rid of crap, and if there's somebody else you're interested in, then go for it. I mean, he's not if you do have somebody around, if you're interested in, he hasn't mentioned anything that he doesn't like it, so if go for it. Otherwise he would warn you, and he would usually give you a bad feeling. So he just says use your intuition and your gut feelings when it comes to meeting people. He'll try to help as much as possible, but your intuition is probably stronger than him giving you a reaction. So he says money-wise, it's going to be okay for the next little while. Health-wise, just make sure you keep seeing your doctor. Simply because he says, there are some minor issues coming up, and they'll be taken care of. There's no major issue there. But anyway, so he's the one that jumps in the bed when you're trying to sleep. So don't be annoyed at him. So anyway, so that's all I have for you. I hope it made sense. Okay, so that's for Valerie Gutierrez. Little Mama the Clown. Okay, so YouTube. So 14, no, 15. Okay, so the first thing I got is an older lady, probably grandmother, who's standing behind you and kind of giving you the evil eye. Not the evil, the eagle eye. And, the first message she's kind of saying is that you already know what to do. I'm just waiting for somebody to push you in that direction. Again, just one of those people that, you're constantly talking to, and whether it's grandmother, or even if your mother's passed, could be her. But anyway, just this female saying that, follow your path and don't follow other people's paths. I'm kind of seeing around the first cards, the argument cards, the mother-in-law cards, which typically means that there's somebody around you that's causing a bit of conflicts and things for you to kind of have to deal with, whether it's a relationship or family members or whatnot. It's more about causing or having to argue with somebody or have to solve other people's problems. Um, but after that, like I'm seeing, if you're looking for a new job, there's one coming along with going to give you success with money, um, and just being having an emotional victory. So again, if this is somebody you're having issues with or something, there's an emotional victory coming up. There's also, for some reason, I see packing going on in your house. So this might be a move coming up in the next little while. Somebody moving in, somebody moving out. You might be packing to open up a room for somebody. But this packing, I see as being happy. So there's certainly a shift in your living environments coming up over the next little while. But you're happy, so I'm assuming this is a good thing. Especially since you're going to have to spend some money on something. So perhaps you're going to buy some place or maybe a house or move, where you're going to have to spend some money on. But definitely, I see the definite packing. I'm also seeing a sore stomach, so you may have to look into some natural medicine to try and solve that. I'm not sure if that's you having an issue with your stomach or being pregnant. There's something with your stomach that's going to come up that you just have to take care of, whether it's pregnant or need stuff to do with it. But in any case, that's what I kind of see for you. So I see you starting a new journey. But I'm not sure what the time frame is. Anyway, so that's for you, Mama. I hope that that helps you in some way. See, Margaret Roder. Margaret. So, 1858. Okay, so the first thing I kind of seeing around you is a bit of maybe a lot of stress that's hanging around you. I'm also being shown by a grandmother around you that, in case you just want to know, I don't know if you do know, but there's a child in spirit that's also following you and kind of saying, hello, Mom, or hi, Mom. Just want you to know that there's a young child that's following you and miscarriage. Haven't had yet, whichever one. But anyway, so if you're wondering why things are weird in your house, that's probably why. There's also a kind of feeling that there's going to be some conflict within the family that's just going to make you battle weary. So it's just a lot of conflicts, or you being tired of having to deal with this stuff, and whether it's just family conflict or relationship conflict or whatnot, you're just going to feel like you're drained over the next little while. But the good thing is that you're also going to have an emotional victory after all is done, so you're going to be back to normal and you'll have all that full strength, and that it's just more of getting rid of people that I just won't stop type of thing. I see a lot of creativity as well. So a lot of spiritual creativity. I see you going back to the stuff you like to doing. I also see you writing, or at least writing notes, not necessarily books, but journals or whatever. And I think that kind of stuff just relieves you of your stress and whatnot, and you just feel much happier when you release things out of you. Um, and again, being a natural healer, you also are offering healing to other people automatically. You probably don't know you're doing it, but it may also make you feel tired at night as well. So the thing is, right now, is all this stress and all the the battle weary stuff. I think you're going to move out of that in the next 6 months, and then you're going to feel that you have a lot more strength and a lot more positive energy to deal with things. Anyway, so I hope that makes sense. Thank you for coming, Margaret. Hi, Laura Grant. First time coming. Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess I'm way back from everybody. Let's move forward here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so hi, Barbara Ann Bean. I'm just wondering if you know that when you type in caps all the time, it means that you're shouting. Doesn't bother me, but a lot of people will ignore you when you're typing in caps. Okay, so let's. Anyway. This is Barbara Brain. Barbara. Brain. YouTube. 2420. Okay, so. Okay, so. Yeah, so the first thing I'm kind of feeling from you is, well, spiritually wise, you have a lot of energy and a lot of healing abilities that you're offering to people. You're also a medium, so you're probably communicating without knowing it or seeing things out of the corner of your eye while you're watching things. But there's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of energy with you, but there's a lot of people around you that are kind of negative, that are kind of draining that energy. So it's just kind of time to sit back and say, who should I be around and who shouldn't I be around? And there's also going to be a sense of a loss when it comes to a friendship or perhaps even somebody that's close to you. But also see, there's the relation card. So that card is side by side. So maybe if you're in a relationship, maybe it's going to be rough over the next little while, or perhaps you've lost a relationship lately. I'm not sure because it's a quick read, but at the same time, on the other side, on the right-hand side, we also have you contemplating where you're headed in life, as well as, wanting to sit back and relax. get rid of the stress people are putting on you, and spend time in nature as well. Nature is always very important for us. I mean, it doesn't matter what anybody says, but everybody's relaxed when they go into nature. People from the city go to nature to relax, and they do as soon as they get out of their car. In fact, they don't even want to get back into the car. So, if you can, find some nature spots and reflect on the negativities that are in your life and see if there's any that you can get rid of, so that you have room to get rid of the ones you can't get rid of. All in all, though, I think there's that spirituality that's within you will drive you to wanting to be in the spiritual world. Not in the spiritual world, but in the spiritual business, or working around or helping people in that area. But again, that's all up to you. Anyway, so that's all I have for you. Thanks, Barbara, for coming. I learned that a long time when I first started working for the government, where brand new computer systems and whatnot, and I decided, I'm going to just type in tax, in that high, in whatever those calls, caps. And very first thing I got the email from my boss above my boss, basically saying that stop yelling, it's rude. So I'm not saying you're rude on purpose. I'm just saying they said it was rude for me. That's why I kind of let people, if you yell on like if you use full caps, then people may think that you're yelling at them. They may not respond because of that. Just do what you wish. Just letting other people know what other people think. Anyway, let's move on. So, dun-dun-dun. Soul freed. Unless you wrote that on purpose like that. Anyway, I'm sure you get the jokes if that is your real name. Okay, so should you stay in that apartment? Let's see what the cards say. What am I doing here? Okay. Well, your spirit guide is saying no. I'm looking at the cards that come up, though, and the thing is that, again, it's your choice, but the next path you have for the next 8 months or so are very positive paths, especially when it comes to work and relationships and that. So there's a lot of positivity going that way. I asked the cards if you said, should you stay there? And it says no. I looked at your future cards, and I'm assuming that if you move out of there, then you will probably have a positive life. Again, I don't know much about what they're doing with asbestos nowadays, because I know it's very dangerous stuff to be around. I guess people know how to fix it and whatnot. It's been a long time. But anyways, be intelligent to make that decisions. Use your realization and whatnot. Judge the threats, if you want to put it that way. Because moving to another place might be a lot more expensive for you. But the first two cards I got was no. These cards are saying, beyond this, you're going to have a good life. So I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm just telling you what they show me. So you can just kind of pick which one you like better. So that's what I have for you. I just can't say yes, move, or yes, stay there. So that's what you have. So I guess in the end, just kind of make a decision and it'll help you. Anyway, hope that helped in some way. Bye. So that was for Soul Fried. I did say it. So let's see. It's going fast now. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, Jackie Hartman. Mm-hmm. 3257. Just remind everybody that next month, or to the end of this month, we have our $5 off reads special. So we have reads from everything from $25 to $85 and money back guarantee. So if you're interested, let us know or check out our services. And those who like what we do, please follow us, or on YouTube, hit the like button. Is it like? I think so, yeah. Subscribe. Sorry. Subscribe and like. Anyway, so so the general reading I have here is to expect a lot of new stuff heading your way. I see perhaps a new addition to the family coming up. I also see a travel. And I'm also talking to a female that's sitting behind you. That's very close to you. So I don't know if your mother's gone or this is your grandmother, but somebody's very close to you on the maternal side. And I'm getting really feeling from them is that you're kind of climbing over the top of the hill right now, and like you've been battling all the way to the top. And they're just kind of saying you're going to hit the top and it's going to be very flat, and you're going to realize that you've hit that part of your life where you're really satisfied and you're no longer focusing on the negativity, and just accepting that you are happy type of thing and just go with the flow. You have a lot of wisdom to give out as well. And this lady's also saying that your friend's doing very well. In fact, I think she's coming in, but anyway. I'm also seeing here, like perhaps a new beginning, perhaps of where you're living, or perhaps, changing in people in your living environment. Again, that could simply be somebody moving in, moving out. It could be a dog, cat, but something that kind of changes what you see where you live and changes your habits. And it's going to be kind of a happy change. So, so I have your friend here. I'm assuming it's your friend. She said, yeah, I'm her friend, obviously. So the first thing she wants you to know is that she's happy and whatnot. She did hear you say goodbye. She felt the sadness from you. But she also wants you to know that, or thank you for being a part of her life, because you helped her so much. whether you realize it or not, you are a very strong part of her life, um, in the sense of, helping her. Doesn't mean you're there for a long time. It just means that that one point in time that you were with her was very important for her and very intense type of thing. She is helping out with that though. She's going to talk to you a few times, and you might suddenly think of her for no apparent reason, which means she's talking to you. And she certainly, says that. Sorry, I'm just talking to a few spirits here. She just says, and last says, don't go out and do stupid things like she did. You go out and you have some fun, and you enjoy stuff, and make sure that you enjoy the rest of your life without having to deal with other people. It says you're not everybody's, what the hell is the word? You're not a matriarch for everybody. Just be the matriarch for yourself, and then you can help other people. Because you can't help people unless you help yourself first. So make yourself happy, and then you can go back to helping people. By the way, she says she sees all the new children coming, so have fun with that. Anyway, so she left. So the card's all kind of showing the same thing. That shows you the retirement card and the guidance, or the contentment card over the next little while, and the moving and so forth, or the change in living environment. So there's some change, but there's also a lot of relaxation time, or the calming time for everything that's around you. So anyway, I hope that made sense. Yeah, that was for Jackie Hartman. Thank you for coming. Danny. Hope everything's doing well. Hopefully everything's doing okay for you. I'm missing words today. I hope you're investing in your hotel a bit more. It's at 39.60. If I'm ever in town, I'll stop in and check it out. Okay, so check out. So the first thing I'm kind of feeling, and I'm also talking to your spirit guide as well, is that, well, the first thing on the physical world is, there's new money coming in your way. I'm not quite sure why, but there's some new money either suddenly, or perhaps a promotion or something. But you guys will be kind of surprised at the money coming in. And I'm also, seeing a sense of family celebrations coming in on both sides. So it's just kind of feeling that there's good activity on your family, there's good activity in his family, and the both sides you guys will be celebrating, but they kind of won't be connected. It's like your side will, maybe have somebody married or have a child, but his side may be the opposite, and you guys will be going back and forth with, kind of like the happiness between the two of them. I'm also feeling though that that it's just kind of time for the stress to be removed. So you guys just need to go camping or something and just get away from everything. But a lot of spiritual knowledge coming your way, and a lot of spiritual awakenings, if you want to put it that way. Your partner certainly will grow a lot as he releases his inner stubbornness, if that's what I'm kind of hearing. Um, so it's kind of the stubbornness of not really either not wanting to go into this or being afraid of it, or being finally shown something that he's going to say, holy crap. But I just kind of see that there's a little bit of probably over the next 3-4 months, a little bit of stress on you, and then it kind of releases. um, I know that your partner was ill or something, so I asked if there was anything about him, but I'm not getting anything about that. So but they said you're strong, you're going to be around for a while. um, so being a caretaker, you're also going to be helping your family as well. So very much a strong healer. So anyway, so that's all I have for you. I certainly hope that made sense. Are you referring to my cat, Black and White, or somebody else's? Okay, so Brianna Bajel. So we're at 43:09. So let's see what I get from, I believe it's your grandmother. I'm assuming there's a grandfather as well. There's also a child or a girl that looks just like you at the same age. Just kind of like waving at you. I'll get into her in a second. Grandma. So the first thing she wants you to know is that when you lose people, she says you kind of need to look at the positive side and realize that sometimes people leave that you're probably attached to, but sometimes it's for a good reason. So I'm just kind of feeling from her, she's saying that there might be somebody that in your life that, as a friend or somebody that might leave you or cause you some stress, but she's also saying there's always room for something else that comes behind it. So if you do lose something or somebody, there's a reason for it. I don't know why she's talking that, but she knows something more than I do. She's also saying that the in case you didn't know, but the child that's with her that looks like you is a twin that you were supposed to be born with, but never were. And this is a child that's been following you all your life so far, and it's probably why you babble or have arguments in your head. So she says, just let you know that, in case you're wondering why your head's always full with stuff. Over the next little while, though, she's saying that, take care of your money and make sure you don't overspend, put money away. You're going to also have some spending you have to do that's going to make you kind of really feel like you're going to be like not have enough money to do things. So this is kind of like a major spending event. This is not that you go on spending. It's something that happens that you have to spend. So she's saying, no, you will have the money to do it. You're just going to have to change your eating habits and what you're doing and whatnot. Um, but she's also the one that uh, she's the one that often moves things on you in your house just to make sure that you know she's there. Like I tell everybody, if you sit there and you suddenly think of somebody for no apparent reason, and you say, "Why am I thinking of them?" It's because they're talking to you. We don't think of people in that way. So she laughs because she says, I kind of go around the house and kind of harass you every once in a while, and just sort of let you know that she's there, and make sure that you learn things. And she also says, "Stop eating so many cookies." Anyway, but she's saying, I'm sorry if I'm coming in, like really, really, negative and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just put the negative stuff at the front so that you're aware of it. Because if I pump you up so much at the front, then you won't listen to the stuff in the back. So that's what she did. Anyway, so you have a little minor stuff in the front, and all the rest is going to be really good for you. Anyway. Yeah, so that's all she has for it. So anyway, hope it made sense for you. Thank you for coming, Brianna. Okay, so hi, Mike. Okay. Jackie Boland. Hope everything's over good in the UK. And it is 48:23. So I got a man and I believe, well, he refers to wife with you or with me to talk to you. He's kind of laughing. He's just like kind of like a joker. So I'm assuming it's like a grandfather, unless your parents have passed, but it just feels more like a grandfather with a grandmother. So the first thing they're saying is that, you know, there's a sense with them that they are talking to you all the time, and they're kind of directing you in a way that they feel they'd be much better for you. And it's in the sense of, there's just too much negativity around you, and you just kind of have to shift it out. If it may be hard to shift it out, but they're just saying it's just time to go to a place where you're more happier and much more settled mentally. Not that there's a mental issue, it just means that there's just too much stuff going in your head for you to be able to help the other people like you used to, because now you need help from people to help you instead of you helping everybody else, if that makes sense. So, they often pull you out of your body at night. You may see dreams of them, and they, guide you in places where you find yourself happy. You wake up in the morning, you have a happy dream, and you wake up happy. And they also send you all kinds of, jokes and whatnot in your head when you're kind of not happy, and just kind of lifts you up. Physically, though, they said you're going to be good health-wise. There's I don't know why I see 2 issues coming, but they're just going to be minor issues and you won't have to worry too much about them. And then you'll be around for a while. But they just said, like typical old people, certain things happen, and, just make sure you work on your fingers a lot. Something to do with your hands. So just work your fingers and everything will be okay. Anyway. There's going to be a lot of freedom for you coming up in about 4 or 5 months. And it's freedom in the sense of being released from all the negativity that's around you, and you actually being very happy at that point in time. So, it's like releasing yourself from the negativity, releasing yourself from things that are around you that you don't want anymore, moving to a new place. It's all about realizing that you can't stay there anymore. You can't do this anymore. And where I want to go, that's where my happiness is. And if people follow you, that's great. If people don't, well, too bad. So that's kind of the message to you. Take a bit of time to sit down, take a walk, and realize there's probably a better place for you to move to, like go to, or stuff to get rid of, so that you're not worried about it all day. Yeah, like I said, they said it's just time to shift things around. Shift it out, they said. Okay, so, well, I hope that made sense to you. And thank you for coming. Okay, everyone, that's about all for today. I thank you all for coming. This was just kind of out of the blue type of thing, so it really wasn't planned. So take care, everyone. Bye.